Hello and welcome back to the physical media room and welcome to part two of me playing through my backlog. If you missed out on the first video, definitely go and check that out. I should have it at the end of this video and down in the description below. But in the first video, I talked to you a bit about how I'm playing through my backlog and things like that. And then the rest of these videos are just going to be me going through talking about the games that I played through, the games that I beat, the games that I have set aside because I didn't feel like playing through them at the time. Because that's something you got to do when you're playing through your backlog is you can't tie yourself down and say that I have to finish all of these games because some of them you're just not going to like, and that's okay. But for the most part, I did try and focus on one game at a time, and that helped out a lot. And it helped me decide what I actually wanted to play through. So, without further ado, we're going to get into the next 5 games that I played through. And actually, on this set, there were no games that I didn't complete. All of these games I played straight through and finished. Something else you're going to notice about me playing through my backlog is sometimes I'll switch between like longer story-led games and RPGs to shorter things like horror games or racing games or just things that I can get through a lot quicker. I think that helps out a lot so I don't feel like I'm playing, a 40 plus hour RPG every time. But to go ahead and get us started off, the first game that I played to get through my backlog, unfortunately, it's in this GameStop case, but that is Ikai. So, Ikai is a survival horror game. Um, and this game, I had heard a lot of good things about it. It's very short. I think it's only like 3 to 4 hours long. But it's just a really good. It takes place in Japan, which is just a really cool setting for a horror game. But it's based all around like the different types of ghosts from Japan, and it's also about the like there's lots of things like sigils and protection things that you have to do in this game. But it's really fun, a quick game to get through. And I love horror games, especially just some of these smaller indie titles. And Ikai was a really good one. And if you haven't played it, I definitely recommend going to check that one out. This one was really easy to knock off the backlog yet again because I said it was so short, but it was actually a really good game too. So definitely don't expect it to be anything like a Resident Evil or Silent Hill because it is an indie game, but I did enjoy it very much. Okay, next up that I played through now, this is the BioShock collection. I didn't play through the whole collection because I'd already played the first one and I'd already played BioShock Infinite, but for some reason I never got around to the second BioShock. So I played BioShock 2 finally. And it's not a super long game, it's a little bit longer than Ikai, bringing in at around I think around 10 to 12 hours. But I really enjoyed BioShock 2. I loved the first game. I loved Infinite. I think 2 for me specifically might be the weakest of the franchise, but that's not saying a lot because I still really enjoyed it. I'm always gonna love the first one for that kind of survival horror aspect you feel, especially when you first start the game. But Bioshock 2 is amazing. I know I'm way behind, and most of you have already played this one, so obviously I'm gonna recommend it, but most of you have probably already played it. But if Bioshock 2 or honestly any of the Bioshocks are still on your backlog, definitely play them. They're not overhyped or anything. They're definitely worth it, especially if you like first-person shooters. This is a great game, and I really enjoyed it. Next up, I played Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Now, I didn't know if I was going to enjoy this game or not. I should have known that I was going to, but I didn't know I was going to enjoy it as much as I did. I got absolutely hooked on this game as soon as I started playing it. I do like turn-based RPGs, but it's not necessarily the thing that I gravitate towards. But This one did it in such a way that it was just so engaging. So basically, if you haven't played this or haven't seen any gameplay, so the combat is turn-based, which is really nice. Gives you time to strategize and things like that. But there's also, with the turn-based combat, there is a counter system, and it's really cool how it works. So, like, say your enemy does like an attack, and that attack does like hits you 3 times in a different timing. You've got to counter all of those on the exact same time, and if you do, you pull off a counter attack. And counter attacks are honestly in this game a lot stronger than even your base attacks. So countering in this game is super, super important. Countering and parrying, all of that is super important, and it just made the turn-based combat feel so engaging. Also wanted to talk about the story with this game because the story is extremely emotional, really well written. I love all of the characters and just the design of the world. And then just the heartbreaking story and realization you come to near the end about the truth of this game. Absolutely amazing game. If you have not played Clear Obscure Expedition 33, this is time for you to knock it off your backlog like I did. Absolutely amazing game. Definitely try it out. Okay, next up on our backlog, after playing Expedition 33, which was a pretty long game, I think I put about 40, maybe 40 plus hours into that game. Really enjoyed it, but after that, it was time for another shorter game, and this is one I've been meaning to play for a long time. My wife has actually already played it, and that is Stray. So Stray, if you don't know about this one, you play as this little orange cat, and you're going through this, I almost want to say like futuristic world, but it might also just be a different kind of world because there's no humans or anything. Everything in this game is like a robot or something. But basically what you're doing is you're going around as this cat, and you're kind of in this like weird cyberpunk city, and you're just going around jumping, hopping through platforms, talking to people, and you're kind of just trying to pull this world out of darkness, I think is the best way to say it without spoiling anything. But it's a really cute game, really fun game, really short as well. But it's very fun if you like platforming games and just games that are story rich and environment rich. I definitely give this one a shot, and it won't take you too long. I think it took me about 5 hours to beat it, but it was just a good in-between game after playing Expedition 33 and putting so much time into that. Okay, next up we have the final game for this list that I played through. This is another really long RPG, but it's one that's been on my backlog since it came out, and I finally got around to playing it, and that is Final Fantasy 16. I have the deluxe edition here with like the steelbook and the map and everything, but so Final Fantasy 16, I love the Final Fantasy series, especially a lot of the more recent ones, which is not usually the case. A lot of people like the older ones, and don't get me wrong, I like the older ones too, but I really like what they're doing with a lot of the newer games, like the Final Fantasy 7 remakes, and then this one, Final Fantasy 15, Final Fantasy 13. I just love it. Now, Final Fantasy 16 is definitely not my favorite at all in the mainline series, but I did very much enjoy this. I played through it pretty quickly considering how long this game is, but to get some of the things that I didn't like about it out of the way, so this game is extremely linear, which usually isn't an issue for me. But when you're playing a big open world RPG like this, I feel like you expect a little bit more freedom than this game offers you. And then I will say most of the quests, even the main quests, a lot of them ended up just being fetch quests, or just go here, talk to this person, then go here, talk to this person. So it's not necessarily bad because these were still enjoyable missions, but I wish there could have been a little bit more to it. But overall, I really enjoyed this game. I love the combat in it. I love the story so much. Like that's something you're never gonna go wrong with in a Final Fantasy game is the story. But this one had a beautiful story, beautiful characters, beautiful world. But I just wish there was a little bit less fetch quests in it. But other than that, I absolutely loved this game. And this was the um, fifth game I played for my backlog in this set of games. So um, these are the games that I played through. Ikai down there at the bottom since you can't see it. But I think this is a pretty good set to continue playing through my backlog. I've already played through a good bit more games other than this, so you're going to get part 3 of this series here before too long. But it's been really exciting playing through my backlog, and just it feels really good to just check things off my backlog and know that I've completed them and know that I don't have to worry about that anymore. But I've still got hundreds and hundreds of games probably to go in my backlog, so stick around for more of this series if you enjoy it. And also, if you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and subscribe button below, and we will see y'all guys in the next video.